a student at California State University, Monterey Bay, and I am a service learner for Monterey County Free Libraries. And today, for Self-Care Sunday, I'm going to teach you how to make hot cocoa bombs. So if you've been on TikTok, Instagram, or any social media site like that, you might have already seen this trend, but today I'm going to teach you how to put it into action. So first things first, we're going to need our materials. Of course, for hot cocoa bombs, you're gonna need hot cocoa. I like marshmallows, so I made sure to find a mixture with that. Then you're gonna need meltable chocolate, a spatula for mixing, and then also for spreading chocolate on the silicone molds. And then with that being said, the silicone molds. And these are actually pretty cheap, and you can find them on Amazon. Now, these are, for basic level hot cocoa bombs, but the great thing about hot cocoa bombs is that you can be creative and make them to your liking. So if you want to put sprinkles, because it's March and it's St. Patrick's Day, if you want to put maybe some Lucky Charms marshmallows in there, you can for sure do that. They're pretty simple to make, and so adding stuff is not going to be strenuous or ruin the hot cocoa bombs. Same thing for the meltable chocolate. If you want to use dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, anything like that, you're free to do so. So this is really going to give you an opportunity to get creative in the kitchen. So the next step is to microwave your chocolate, and we microwave the chocolate instead of using the stove because it's just easier to burn the chocolate that way. So what you'll do is you'll get a bowl, put your chocolate in there, microwave it for 10 to 15 seconds, somewhere in between. Take it out, mix it, put it back in for another 10 to 15 seconds. Usually after the fourth time, all the chocolate will be fully meltable. And the reason why we do 10 to 15 intervals is because if you're just putting in the chocolate for like a minute, it'll still get burnt, just like using the stove. So after about 4 different times with microwaving the chocolate, you should get a consistency that looks a little bit like this. Now, it doesn't really matter how much chocolate you use because, if you want to make 1 cocoa bomb, then you can just put a little bit in there. If you want to make a whole ton, it doesn't really matter. And then you'll get your silicone mold and you'll get the chocolate on the spatula, and then you'll have to start putting it in the holes. Now this can get pretty messy, so I'm going to do it and then show you the results, but it's okay if it gets messy. The only thing that I would stress is to not fill up the holes because you need there to be space to put your marshmallows and your hot chocolate in. Another thing you want to be sure of is to make sure that you cover the chocolate all around the mold, because after you're done and we freeze them, there'll be a hole in the cocoa bomb if you missed covering a spot. So it's okay to be a little messy because sometimes that ensures that you'll fill, every space. And that's, better than having some holes in your cocoa bombs. So as you can see, I still need to make it, a little bit nicer because we're starting to get a hole right here, but you get the idea. And then, just keep on using your spatula, covering everything in. So after completing this step, the next part is to put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, you can take your hot cocoa base out of the freezer. And this part, it's super important to do it very delicately because, if you do it too fast or too harsh, then you might break it and then you'll have to start all over. So, just be patient and save some time and try to be as delicate as you can by pushing it out softly. But if you do it right, it should come out pretty smooth. And look something somewhat like this. So you'll know if you did it right if the inside looks something like this. It's a little clumpy, but there's definitely enough room to put some hot cocoa in there. So you'll start with the bottom part and you'll get, the desired amount of hot cocoa as you'd like. You can fill it up, to the top. And then you're gonna get the top part. And, if you are a minor, this would be the time to have some adult help using the stove. You're gonna put one of the cocoa bomb parts on the stove for a couple seconds and make sure to have it on light. So this part has to be done kind of quickly, but as soon as you take the top hot cocoa bomb top of the stove, when it's a little melty, you just plop it right on the bottom part. And then you have to kind of use your fingers and kind of mold it together. Now, if you're making these for other people, please wear a mask and use gloves. But if you're making it for yourself, you have the opportunity to be a little bit more messy, but it should fit on perfectly, and you can kind of just, stick it together. So this is a little bonus step, but if you're giving this as a gift or you're just trying to be festive, what you can do is you can get, a tray, a decorative tray. So I had a leftover heart one from Valentine's Day. I got this at Target. And then I have some gift basket filling, put it there. And then I actually use cupcake wrappers to hold the cocoa bombs. And they're actually a perfect, way to contain it or give it as a gift. And then so if you put those in the tray, you can, kind of make something that looks like this. Maybe a little bit nicer than mine, but that part is all up to you. You can be creative. So whether you're giving these hot cocoa bombs as a gift or making some for yourself, the next part is always fun. So once you have a hot cup of milk, you can grab your cocoa bomb. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll find some time on a lazy Sunday to let loose on the kitchen, show off your creative side, and really just take some time for yourself. Happy Sunday!